Good morning, ASEAN. Freshen up your world, your thought, and your idea with us every weekday from 7:30 to 8 a.m. I'm Patsurang Desha Putharangsi.
And I'm also here with you, Nirasha Malisak Lamir.
But first news, we start off with Malaysia.
Yes.
As Malaysia-based Hibiscus Petroleum Berhad has tied up with a famous technology firm, Rex International Holding, to participate in the oil exploration opportunities in Cambodia, as well as 10 other countries across the Asia-Pacific region. As both conglomerates have also formed a 50-50 venture, while Rex will have the first right to participate in projects identified via the use of Rex technology, a software-based tool that detects the presence or absence of oil based on seismic data without drilling. The statement said Rex has the right to use the technology for 5 years, with provisions for extension, and hopes to leverage on the technology to identify, select, and invest in valuable concessions in 11 countries. But The Edge Malaysia reported that Petronas, Malaysia's national oil and gas firm, is again eyeing the Cambodia oil and gas sector after withdrawing from the kingdom 3 years ago. According to Mam Sambath, Executive Director of the NGO Development and Partnership in Action, more investors are likely to come into Cambodia in the near future, and the government needs to ensure the appropriate legal framework, and it has also to ensure that the sector is regulated in transparent and accountable manners.
And now let's have a look on the economic side of Vietnam, as Vietnam on Monday announced it was cutting interest rate for the 7th time in a little more than a year after economic growth slowed to the weakest pace in more than a decade in 2012. The State Bank of Vietnam cut the refinancing rate charged on loans to commercial banks to 8% from 9%, saying the action aimed to ease difficulties for production and business. The discount rate was lowered to 6% from 7% effective from Tuesday, according to a statement on its website. The cuts comes as the economy struggles in the face of domestic banking sector turmoil, falling foreign direct investment, and deepening financial troubles among state-owned companies. According to Garrett Letter, an economist with Capital Economics, say that with inflation unlikely to return to a double-digit pace anytime soon and growth likely to remain sluggish at best, more policy easing will likely to take place this year. He predicted that another 1 percentage point cut in the second half of 2013, which would reduce the refinancing rate to the lowest level since late 2009. Vietnamese inflation decelerated to its lowest rate in 6 months in March, when consumer prices rose 6.64% year-on-year. Vietnam repeatedly raised interest rate in 2011 to prevent the economy from overheating and to rein in double-digit inflation, but with the economy cooling, the authorities last year resumed monetary stimulus efforts. According to the government figures, Vietnam's gross domestic product grew by 5.03% in 2012, the weakest pace in 13 years.
Vietnam News Agency reported, citing the General Statistics Office, that the country imports exceeded exports in March by $300 million, marking the return of trade deficit in Vietnam after the country experienced a trade surplus in the first 2 months of this year. Head of the GSO's Trade Department, Lê Tin Minh Thuê, attributed the trade deficit to the increased import demands of domestic businesses, while the export value of some key products had declined. However, she said that the trade balance in the first 3 months remained positive, with exports exceeding imports at $29.687 billion and $29.206 billion respectively. Most of the trade surplus in the first 3 months came from the foreign direct invested sectors, with export value at $19.256 billion and import value reaching $16.140 billion, up 25.6% and 25.5%. The domestic sector's export value hit $10.431 billion in the same period, and import value reached $13.066 billion. Well, exports during the first 3 months of the year mainly consisted of electronics electrical products and components, which reached $7.2 billion, of which mobile phones accounted for $4.5 billion. The GSO said some key products posted falls in export value during the period, including seafood, coffee, and rubber, while items that posted high import value during the period included garments and textiles, footwear, and crude oil.
And in Myanmar Focus today, Kun Honorary Tang Misang will talk about organizing an exhibition in Myanmar. Let's have a look.
Yesterday, we learned about the growing mines industry in Myanmar and some new exhibition projects that will be organized by leading regional exhibition organizers from Thailand, UBM Asia Thailand. For today, we will look into the process of how UBM Asia Thailand getting the deal done to organize 2 exhibitions in Myanmar and the challenges they face along the way. The general manager of UBM Asia Thailand discloses in a press conference that there was a high demand from UBM customers who want to find business opportunities in Myanmar. In the process of entering Myanmar, UBM Asia Thailand had to find a local partner because international exhibition organizers cannot hold any exhibition without local partner. Then the company has to submit for a license. It is the same rule as in China, Vietnam, and Indonesia. This license will be issued for only local entrepreneurs. Last is to negotiate benefits of both parties. Since Myanmar has just emerged from decades of isolation, many things are not yet developed, which may cause some hurdles when doing business there. For UBM Asia Thailand, organizing industrial machinery and subcontracting exhibition in Myanmar is very challenging. There are many problems that they have experienced so far.
การขนถ่ายสินค้าของเขายากมากยังต้องเดินขึ้นบันไดเปรตเขายังปวดหัวอยู่ว่าปกติใหญ่ไวเทคอินแพคนี่เราขนบางทีเอารถบรรทุกวิ่งเข้ามาเลยใช่ไหมคะอันนี้มันก็จะมีข้อจำกัดในงานครั้งแรกของเราเนี่ยที่ยังมีข้อจำกัดของขนาดกับน้ำหนักของเครื่องจักรที่จะนำเข้าไปนะคะเพราะว่าเรื่องโหลดดิ้งมันต้องใช้บันไดเดินขึ้นมันยังไม่สามารถใช้พวกโฟล์คลิฟต์วิ่งได้นะคะ
She also said that she has to bring contractors from Thailand as Myanmar contractors will take more time in setting up booths. Another problem that UBM faces is public relations. Because the country has just opened up, there is not enough database and information on the internet or in directory.
สิ่งที่เราต้องวิ่งแทนที่ว่าเราจะได้ฐานข้อมูลมาแล้วพัฒนาแล้วส่งบัตรเชิญนะคะแล้วโทรตามเชิญเนี่ยเราก็ต้องไปในเครือข่ายที่เป็นกลุ่มคนนะคะเช่นกลุ่มนิคมอุตสาหกรรมเหมือนกับบ้านเรานะคะหรือว่ากลุ่มหอการค้าต่างประเทศหน่วยงานราชการก็คือขอสนับสนุนจากเขานะคะแล้วก็ให้เขาจัดคนเยี่ยมชมงานต่างๆก็ต้องเป็นลักษณะนั้นนะคะในช่วงแรก
The general manager of UBM Asia Thailand adds that agricultural and livestock sector of Myanmar is still promising for Thai entrepreneurs. Apart from 7 offices in 6 ASEAN countries, UBM Asia Thailand is also planning to open an office in Myanmar within a year or 2. Honorary Tang Misang for Myanmar Focus Daily.
Taiwan's ASEAN Commercial Bank has announced to buy a stake in Cambodia's Union Commercial Bank after the break.